Hey, are we learning impressions today? Well, because I have a really good impression right here. Listen to this, okay? Piss Puppet Productions! See, that's Bernie.
Hey, you did that all wrong. This is how you're supposed to do it.
Oh my gosh!
Piss Puppet Productions!
Well, hello everybody. My name is Nicholas Pierce, or just simply Nico, and welcome back to another impression video. Now today's impression video is going to be slightly bit different because it's not just going to be me doing the impressions, but you are going to do the impressions as well. And the reason for that is, for this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do impressions. To put it short, I went on over to my Instagram. You're still not followed yet? Okay, I'll wait. Come on, guys. This is like the third time in a row y'all have done this.
This is the third time in a row you've done this. Nico, listen to me. You have over 1,000 followers on Instagram and only 300 YouTube.
So basically, I went on over and asked, A, what was your favorite video? Put that in the comments. And B, if I were to do a series like this, who would you want to learn to do an impression from? Did I say that right?
Heck no, you didn't. You say
Why did I
nothing
even
right.
ask? So to start, let's do the most requested impression that you guys asked me to teach you. And that is none other than...
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Ah yes, the one impression that every tutorial video teaches you how to do. Now you're learning it from me. Now, to be fair, they do teach it a bit differently, but it's mostly the same concept. So I'm going to be teaching it to you the way that I learned how to do it. So the first thing that you need in order to be able to do impressions is a voice. If you don't have a voice, then I can't really help you. Number two is that you need to have a really good ear. Now, here's the most common misconception that I get. You know, whenever someone does an impression of a character, you know, people will automatically be quick to say, oh my gosh, that's spot on. And I'm like, okay, here's why you don't tell someone that an impression is spot on. Because if they hear that it's spot on, they're going to think that it's perfect and they'll have no room to improve or change the impression. And I'm like, no, that's bad, because some impressions that I've heard were not spot on. And at best, you know, they sounded a little bit close to the character, but it's not fully there. So when people say, oh my gosh, that was spot on, like no, you're not giving this person, you know, the ability to learn and change the impression to make it better. Example, I watched this one video, I think we've all seen the video of this one guy, you know, just you know, doing this 3 a.m. video, and he wakes up and he's like, la 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 Elmo's world. And I was just like, okay, this is stupid. And then I go to the comments section and I see, oh my gosh, that Elmo impression was spot on. I'm like, what? Have you even watched Sesame Street? So that's why when I teach impressions, I don't usually do it as like a gag or like a party trick. I do it professionally, so that way I can transfer all those skills into original characters that I perform. Because, as you know, for my main series, Chester and the Others, or any other puppet show I perform almost all of the characters, vocally and physically. Hopefully that'll change pretty soon, once when I get more puppeteers. So anyways, back to Kermit the Frog. So let's learn how to do his voice. So the three things that you need to learn for whenever you're doing an impression is the pitch, the rhythm, and the tone. It's just like learning a new song. I learned that from Brian Hull, by the way, so subscribe to Brian Hull. So with Kermit, he has sort of like a sing-songy type of voice, you know, because like Kermit can sing, but you know, you really do gotta know the placement of the character. So let's first start off with the pitch. Let's take one of his most famous catchphrases ever, you know, hi-yo, Kermit the Frog here. So let's learn that. So first is the pitch. So using your regular natural tone of your voice, you sort of match the pitch of how Kermit would say it. So it's not hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. It's hi-yo, Kermit the Frog here. Now that's a good start, but now let's actually try bringing the pitch to how he would say it. So it'll be like, hi-yo, Kermit the Frog here. So you need to hit a bit of that falsetto up there. Then you drop back down and be like, Kermit the Frog here. So let's try it. Hi-yo, Kermit the Frog here. That's the pitch. Now let's try the rhythm. So the rhythm is how he speaks in his words and in his speech pattern. So that's another thing that a lot of impressionists get wrong, is that when they talk as a character, you know, they just do the voice and don't even think about the speech pattern. Like, speech patterns are very important for characters. Like, for instance, Porky Pig. People think that when Porky Pig says, "That's all, folks," people think it's, "Biddy, biddy, biddy, that's all, folks." I'm like, no, that's not how he does it. The way that Mel Blanc originally did it, it's the first letter of every word that you're saying. So if he was saying "that's all, folks," it's not "biddy, biddy, biddy, that's all, folks." It's "that's all, folks." And that's the same pattern used for every sentence you say. So, like, you gotta memorize that speech pattern. So, let's go back to Kermit. So, the rhythm is, "Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here." Yeah. So, it's like, "Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here." That's the rhythm. So, it's, "Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here." Now, let's put it together. "Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here." Like, use your hand to match the rhythm of the speech and make sure you're matching the pitch. Now, for the third part, let's use the actual tone of the character. Now, this is the most fun part when learning an impression, is how to actually do it. So, in order to do the voice of Kermit, we need to take some steps. And with these steps, you'll eventually find out that you'll be learning a lot more impressions as you find out the placement of the voice. So, with Kermit, his voice is a little bit down here, but it's sort of like back in the throat, So if I talk like this, I'm talking like Kermit the Frog, Yay! Yeah. So, like, we got to figure out how we can place that in the back of our throats right now. So, also, let me just say one thing. For any impression whatsoever, if it hurts, you're doing it wrong. And if you're doing it wrong, you should stop. Because doing an impression should never, ever, 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 ever hurt. Vocal health is very, very important. And there's a difference between your voice being tired and your voice straight up hurting when doing a voice. If it hurts, stop, don't do it, and just try again a later time. Because, like, you got to make sure that your voice is there in order to do the impression. Now, for the actual tone, just follow my lead. So, we're going to take our natural tone, and then we're going to just lower it and lower it and lower it, okay? And then we're just going to keep our mouths a bit closed around the words. And then after a while, you notice that your tongue is starting to move in the place to where, you're supposed to do the voice. So, then we just keep it in that position, and then we sort of take the pitch a bit up a bit. And right now, it's starting to sound like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Remember the first time? So, you already learned a bonus impression. Now, we're going to take that, but keep the pitch down, and then just keep flatten out the tongue a bit, but still keep it in the back of your throat, You notice that now your tongue is very relaxed, and but it's still in the back of your throat. And now we take the pitch of Kermit the Frog, and now we're doing Kermit the Frog, "Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here." Yeah, and so now you're already there. I know it's probably a lot to take in, but just keep practicing. Know the three things: pitch, rhythm, and tone, and then you'll be able to do this impression flawlessly. Well, not flawlessly, but like you'll be able to, do the impression. Like for me, there's still places where I can learn, because when I do a Kermit the Frog, I'm always like Kermit the Frog, not Kermit the Frog, but I'm still practicing on how to speak, sentences with Kermit the Frog, because something that I learned from Bob Bergen, the voice of Porky Pig, who I did earlier, if you can read, an article in a magazine as that character, you'll probably know how to do the character more than anyone else would, So be sure to learn these impressions, and be sure to, keep practicing with them, because not only are they fun to do, but they're also very, very important in your regular life. Well, yeah, it can help out with your careers. It can help out with your acting if you want to get into acting, or just do it for fun, But for me personally, I don't do it as a gag gift. I do it as, a very important and professional manner. Yeah. Now that we've learned Kermit the Frog, let's go back to Stitch. So, Stitch is right here. And if you're having difficulties easily going back to Stitch, just use the old method of you going down, clipping the back of the start, and moving it up. Yeah, that's how I've learned how to do Stitch, and now you'll be able to do it too. So, let's bring in the character of Stitch. So let's start off with the actual pitch of Stitch. And pitch of Stitch. That's funny right there. So pitch.
Pitch? Pitch? His name is Stitch. Stitch! How do you mess it up? You see, that's the reason why you don't make stupid rhyming jokes like that. Because you end up saying stupid stuff like that.
You see, Stitch, he's much higher in pitch. So, as was said before, Stitch is right here. So, let's take a line from Stitch that he says in the movie. So, let's try, Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Now, in this scene, Stitch is calm. So, there are two sides to Stitch. There's Stitch where he's like, aloha! And there are other times where he's like, Ohana means family. So, let's try that. So the pitch is, Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Now, the interesting thing about Stitch is that you don't need to use your vocal cords like at all. All you really got to do is just use your tongue and just heighten the pitch a bit. That's it. Very simple. Now let's try the rhythm. So Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. I know it's a lot, but that's the rhythm. That's the rhythm of it. Now let's find the tone. Let's put it all together. So it's Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Yeah. See? Now you're doing Stitch. The best thing about Stitch is that if you change the pitch and tone of this placement, you can be like, my precious. Yeah, you're down here. But if you keep it and then you move it a little bit higher, then you sound like Trina from Bear in the Big Blue House. I want to blow the snow bear. I want to blow the snow bear. I want to blow the snow bear too. Not only that, but if you change the pitch a bit and you go like, and then you can go to Yoshi, Yoshi, Yoshi. Hey, hey, wow. You know, it's interesting how that placement of a voice can bring in so many different characters to learn. Like, you've most likely learned like 4 different impressions today, and so you're probably feeling really good about yourself. So for the final impressions of the day, let's learn 2 characters. So the first one that I want to teach to you is Goofy from Mickey Mouse. Now, the thing about Goofy is that a lot of people get his speech patterns wrong. What I mean by that is people think it's, hi there, everybody, I'm Goofy. like, no, that's Banjo. Banjo is, I'm Banjo. That's Banjo. That's not Goofy. With Goofy, it's, hey there, everybody. So that's Goofy. So let's take a line that Goofy says. I don't know, any random line. So let's try, let's see, what should we do? So let's try, Gores, hi there, Mickey. Great to see you this morning. So with Goofy, his pitch is like all over the place. So let's try and find it. So it's, oh, hi there, Mickey. Great to see you this morning. So you need to talk in a Southern accent with Goofy. And so it really just depends on the placement. So we're going to talk about that in tone, but as for pitch, we're just going to be like, oh, hi there, Goofy.
What the We interrupt this tutorial to bring you another form of stupidity. This sucker said Goofy instead of Mickey. Ooh, if I had $1 for every time this man was stupid, I would have money.
Great to see you this morning. Now, for Goofy's laugh, people think it's or like no, it's so how you do Goofy's laugh, it's so it's so with Goofy it's so first let's start off simple. Let's start off with the that's the first part. Now you gotta end it with so it's yeah. And so when you do the instead of going outwards, you go inwards. Like you breathe backwards. So it's not it's yeah. So now you know how to do Goofy's laugh. The second part of Goofy's laugh is when he goes so it's like rapid fire. It's now with you got to go all the way up like so that's that's the pitch of Goofy's laugh. Now with all that, let's figure out the rhythm. It's oh hi there, Mickey. great to see you this morning. Yeah, so now that we learned the rhythm, let's try the tone. Now again, Goofy talks in the Southern accent. So this right now, this is a Southern accent, like, hey, what's happening? But his voice is way deeper, but he has his high-pitched moments, It's sort of like low-pitched and sort of high-pitched at the same time, Because, like, I'm talking right now, but I know when to boost up the quality, Boost up the goofiness. So now that we've learned that, we'll be able to say, oh, hi there, Mickey. Great to see you this morning. Now, it can get a little tricky because when you speak as Goofy, you can get out of breath whenever you're doing the laugh, or at least when I do. So you got to find a way to, put all of that into your diaphragm and push it out. So be like, oh, hi there, Mickey. Great to see you this morning. See? Much better now that I use my diaphragm. Now you just keep practicing as Goofy and you'll be handy dandy. Now, last but not least, let's do that old corporate mouse himself, Michael Roden. I mean, Mickey Mouse. Now, for Mickey, it's the same deal. People think it's, hi there, pal. I'm Mickey Mouse. And I'm like, no. That's not how you do it. So how you do the voice is, again, so we gotta go all the way to our falsetto. So right out, this is my regular tone. Let's bring it higher and higher and higher and higher. I'm all the way at my falsetto, That's where the highest point of your voice is, All the way up here. So now let's take a line from Mickey and let's do the whole, thing. So let's say, hi there, pal. Oh, boy. It's so great to see you today. Oh, boy. So for the pitch, it's all the way at falsetto. All the way here. There are times where he speaks long, there are times where he speaks short, but you gotta find out the pattern. So now let's do that, but with the rhythm. It's, hiya, pal. Oh boy, it's so great to see you today. Now let's figure out the actual tone. So again, for Mickey's laugh, people think it's, People's like, no, that's cheating. Like you can't cheat with an impression. So you gotta be like, hi there, pal. Oh boy, it's, So there are times where you can do it short, like, like if you want to be quick with it, but like when he's happy, it's like, oh boy, yeah. So like it's, yeah. So that's how you do it. Now, if we put all of that together, you get this. Hiya, pal. Oh boy, it's so great to see you today. Oh boy. See, you're talking like Mickey Mouse now. Hopefully. And with that, you just got to keep practicing and practicing and practicing, finding the placement that feels comfortable for you, finding, the way you can make the voice work. And you may not be able to learn it right on the spot, and that's okay. You just got to figure out how to practice it and how to make it best for you. Like, for example, when I was learning fiddlesticks, I didn't get around the first time because, fiddlesticks sounds like, end of men, first of 10. So, and that's a pretty difficult voice to do, if you don't know what you're doing. But when you figure it out how to do it, you'll be able to be like, I am Fiddlesticks, and it looks like someone wants to get punched in the mouth. Yeah, so you just got to find the right placement and where it feels comfortable for you. And remember, if it hurts, don't do it. You just gotta try again another time and figure out how you can make it comfortable without hurting your throat. Anyways, with that, hopefully you've learned a whole bunch of impressions today. I sure know I did. Well, I didn't learn them. I mean, technically I learned them with you, but we're still learning. That's the important thing about impressionists. If they none of them think that they do it perfect on their first try, and none of them think that they still do it perfect throughout. So they got to find a way to do it in a way that where it feels best for them. We're still learning. Professionals still learn all the time, So that's what we got to do. We all just got to keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll be able to do these impressions, fantastically. So when it may not be spot on, it may not be perfect because, no impression is spot on. There's always a bit of a difference. Even if it's the most tiniest of differences, it's still different. But yeah, we just got to learn, and then we'll be able to do these impressions amazingly. And with that, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys learned a whole bunch of impressions, and hope you guys are practicing your impressions now, like I've been telling you to do throughout all these impression videos. But hopefully this one will be the one to get you guys motivated. Anyways, these are not all the impressions I can do, evidently. And if you want to learn more, well then all you have to do is just subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, and share this video with everyone that you know. And with that, that's all from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye! Markiplier.
Thanks for watching. Oh, and one more thing.
If you enjoyed that appearance video... Excuse me. Let's try that again. If you enjoyed that Pearson's video, then click on this playlist right here for more Pearson videos. And if you want to subscribe, click right here, or click on the big subscribe button at the bottom. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.